Hey guys, how you doing? So I was looking at some old videos that I had filmed back in the 90s, early 90s. Me doing martial arts, me at a party, me playing soccer, etc. and so on, friends, me boxing, sparring. And I hadn't seen these videos in decades. No, I hadn't seen them since the 90s, since I filmed them. So I just got them digitized. It's pretty wild looking at yourself decades younger, 30 years younger. And I remember what I was thinking back then. I remember what I was feeling back then. And here's my advice to young whippersnappers who are watching this now. If you are in your teens or your 20s or even your 30s, even your 40s, and you're thinking about your life, you're thinking about your past, you're thinking about your future, you got all these concerns in your head, I would suggest strongly that you live by the Buddhist principle. Live for today. Be in that moment. I was looking back, like I remember, I won't get into specifics, not to reveal, but I remember being in that moment, thinking about all kinds of other things except for what was going on then. So my interaction with people then, I had people coming at me in a good way, but I was displaced from that situation, so I wasn't able to really fully absorb what was going on then. So I found a video clip of that particular situation. And I see myself there, and I see the individual, and I'm going, with hindsight, with ancient nerd Uncle Steph eyes, as opposed to back then when I was Cousin Steph. Cousin Steph was not wise enough to understand the circumstance that I was in. And I didn't take full advantage of that situation. Not in a malicious way advantage, but I didn't live that experience nearly as best as I could. So, yes, you have to be mindful of the future. We have our anxieties. You got to calm those down. That's just your lizard brain going out of control. And you have to try to experience the moment. Be mindful of things that you've done in the past, but you say, hey, I should have done that a little bit better here, should have done that a little bit better there. Use them as lessons in terms of strategic positioning going forward. Don't make the same mistakes again. So, for example, if you bought into the crypto altcoin hype and you bought a bunch of coins and during the hype, and then they all went to practically zero and you lost a ton of money, don't beat yourself over that, because putting any mental energy on that is not going to help you in any way. It's a total waste of time and money and energy. But remember the lesson. And next time there's another hype cycle, no matter what the asset is, whether it be a crypto or an NFT or whatever, remember what happens when you get caught up in the hype. It could be in many other aspects of life as well. So reflect on your past, but don't dwell on it. Use them as lessons and then move forward, and don't make the same mistakes again. Karma, which is an Indian expression, I think it was Sadhguru, he was saying it was kind of been, well, not just him, but it's been misaligned, been misinterpreted by the West. That's a better way of saying it. Karma is just basically a set of programming that you have. And you keep running the same programming, the same scripts given a circumstance. To use the crypto boom bust. And I'm not picking on crypto, but I'm just using it as an example. Oh, next hype cycle. Next, oh my God, this is what you got to buy. And everybody's going crazy and you jump in. That's the script. So the script is buy in with the hype, go with the herd. Karma is being stuck in that cycle, being a slave to your internal scripts, your internal programming. The master magician, as the old mystics used to say in the West, is beyond that. They're not subject to the whims of this programming and these scripts. Don't be subject to these things. Yeah, so look at your past, be mindful of the mistakes you made, the strategic errors, and don't make those same errors again. Break the scripts, break your karma, rewrite your destiny, Enjoy the particular moment at time so that you can observe it. The future will happen, but when you're in a moment, and take advantage of the moment. When you're in a reflective state, a planning state, do that separately. Plan for the future. You have to do that so you don't wind up at 50, 60, 70, 80 years old in a real bad situation, whether it be financially, physically, emotionally, relationship-wise. There's an old, what's that, what you reap, you shall sow, old biblical wisdom. It's not something specific to the Bible, by the way. The Western, all philosophies talk about this. Your future is decided by your actions of today. So choose wisely. Choose wisely. Learn from your mistakes. Don't beat yourself up. Live for the moment. So when I was looking back at those old videos, there was this moment, a really good moment. And I was too preoccupied with everything else. And I look back and I could see clearly now. I was like, oh my God, Steph, what are you doing? Young Steph, if I could go back in time and grab myself by the collar and don't do that. Or do that, depending. Anyway, that's about it. I'm Uncle Steph. Cheers.